Check, check, test, test. Check, check, test, test. There you go. Whoop. There you go.
It's that time again, dreamers. Let's check what's next.
Meditation. It is difficult to understand the universe if you only study one planet.
Ready? Yes, we eat our fallen brothers. We live short. Kids, family, not for us. If Grenir live on,
Hey
it is to
there.
move our brothers and our sisters by helping them
What's up,
live
Dugnative?
after we have fallen. So shelve your judgment. Luxury makes me nauseous.
What nuke frame do you think is best for Sanctuary Ocelot?
Frame best for Sanctuary Onslaught is pure DPS. Bring the best DPS you have, the best nuker frame you have. Like, actually, it's not even DPS, is KPS, kills per second. And Samaris will tell you this. Okay? If you hear what he says, he's looking for more and faster eliminations. Also, don't depend on abilities, because if you keep spamming abilities, he will shut them down.
I see a lot of Mirages and Novas in running Dante Cruz Immortal.
Yeah, but you're thinking of it wrong. If you're thinking Dante or Revenant, you're thinking defense. Sanctuary Onslaught is not about defense. It's about kills per second. Yeah, I understand that. Oh, well, I don't want to die. Okay. Then you have to have enough durability that you don't die, but everything else needs to be optimized towards offense, you know. And Dante is a defensive frame. It's defensive, you know. His main thing is defensive, right? He has like Dark Verse and like all this other stuff, but most of his stuff is defensive and utility. That's not gonna cut it. The reason that people use Mirage is because with her Mirage, it's basically an ability that gives her multi-shot. So when Samaris shuts her down, she can fall back into into her weapons, into her prismatic ward, for example, things like that. I'm not sure if he ever shuts down more than one ability at once. I know that there's I've heard him. I've heard him say, "You're using that ability too much. It's corrupting my data. I'm gonna shut it down." But does he shut down more than one ability? I don't know. But basically, you want to have a weapon platform that is not dependent on abilities, like with good weapons, um, and just focus on DPS. You know. Also, I'm not sure if what gets them to shut down the ability is killing enemies with abilities or just spamming abilities, like just like pressing the button. You know what I mean? Okay, like if I take Excalibur and I'm using Exalted Blade and I'm just, you know, I'm just using my Exalted Blade. I'm not doing anything else. I'm just using my Exalted Blade. Will he eventually shut it down? I'm not sure. Because Exalted Blade, like channel abilities are very different. So I don't know exactly what gets them to shut down abilities. Is it counting the number of times that you activate it? Is it counting the time that you have a channel ability
What
active?
is it? I am running Dante because his first is Noctua, which is required to be pressed once.
Yeah. Have you ever had Samaris shut down your Noctua, like Dante's Magic Book?
So I can pick one weapon at the time, level it up.
Number.
No. Okay. It could be. It could be that what he doesn't like is people activating abilities. You know, roar, and then roar, and then roar, and then roar, and then roar. You know what I mean? Or nourish,
Yeah.
nourish. Maybe that's what he doesn't like. But if you have, I mean, technically he could shut down Atlas's punches because the Atlas punch, even though it's a exalted, well, it's modified like an exalted weapon. It's sort of like a pseudo exalted because you never activate it and have the landslide punches. That's part of his ability, and you have to spam it. So maybe he will shut that down. Um, but something like Excalibur, he could take his sword out once, and then he'll leave you alone. Korra, I think he will do the same thing.
That's exactly it. He disables the abilities that are press activated, not pure exalted.
Uh huh. Okay. So okay. Yeah. So if you have like a nuke Dante with his book, okay, I would say that that's a good idea. Um, I'm not sure if that's a purist DPS. You know,
Also, did you hear about Nullifier change?
I heard that Nullifier is now going to shut down the ability from Hollowed Ground, not delete Hollowed Ground. That's what I heard. I mean, to me, nullifiers should always be like
Viral and magnet.
My book deals consistent mill damage, non-red crit.
okay, yeah. The color of the crit doesn't matter. What matters is the number. You know what I mean? You could get red crit and then do like
It will protect
40
anyone
damage.
in the bubble from hollow ground or Auraxia webs.
It will protect anyone in the bubble from hollow ground. Yeah. So basically, the nullifier is basically nullifying the ability, not deleting the ability. Because before, if the bubble touch like one blade of grass from Oberon, the entire field will get deleted. Right? So to me, a nullifier should be able to prevent abilities. Okay? Not go around and like delete abilities. You know, that's just in my opinion, you know.
It will also speed up the deterioration of Frost Globe, Limbo Fourth, and Mag Bubble.
In my opinion, that's too much. to me, a nullifier. Look, if I had to remake the nullifiers, I would give them bigger bubbles. Okay, but here's the trade: they don't get to delete abilities. Okay, it's just that.
So it won't cancel them, only speed up how fast those 3 go away.
Yeah, it's a compromise thing. Is what they're doing, because technically, the nullifier bubble is acting as an ability deletion, which I don't like personally. Um, because it's like, okay, uh, so can Cyto 9 use his exalted sniper to shoot a nullifier? Well, no, because a bubble deletes the bullet. The bullet was created with an ability. See, I don't like that. But what I would not mind is giving it like a wider area. Okay.
I agree there.
Like a wider area, like big. Okay. But when you try to use an ability, you get the ability nullifying effect. Like when you go to like a relay or something, it goes pow pow, like you can't, it denies your ability. That's what I originally imagined the nullifiers would do. And then it's just like, no, the bubble deletes everything. I'm like, oh shit, well that's you know, that's too much then. In my opinion, and I know you can shoot the drone, like the nullifier drone. So right now I'm practicing getting used to aiming for the drone instead of shooting the bubble, because the bubble works as a force field. Getting used to like shooting the drone, because that's like a skill issue thing. But yeah, and the reason I don't like it, the reason I don't want the nullifier bubbles to be deleting abilities, it's because abilities are fun. Okay, abilities are fun, and I think that if the
If
nullifier,
you have a throwable, you can throw it near the drone and detonate it to destroy easier.
yeah. But the gist is that that's part of their weakness. Is well, you can brute force the bubble, which is what most people do, or you can skill issue and aim at the drone and destroy it, right? So I think that if the nullifier, if the only thing it did is that you couldn't activate an ability, okay, you can still use mobility in order to, stay out of range, so you can use your ability, and then you can use your ability from afar, and you can do things like this. But they turn it into like this ability antimatter thing, and it's just it changes the game. Think of the bubble as a different game environment in there. You go inside the bubble. Well, actually, it's not even inside the bubble. You have an ability, okay, and the thing deletes it. See what I mean? So it's like it sort of changes the game. It changes the game right there and then on how it's played.
It's worse if the nullifier is a cold Eximus cause the cold bubble protects the drone.
Yeah, I've seen that. I had to deal with that too. You know, I wouldn't mind them, doing a little bit more with the elements, like, fire damage is good against. Hey, it's Foodie Adventurer. What's up, Foodie Adventurer? Ready to go to IHOP? Let's get a big omelette with cheese and onions and mushrooms. So anyway, guys, so the the I wouldn't mind if like
Yes.
if fire damage would do extra damage to the snow globes, okay, and like the cold force fields, just something a little bit more dynamic. Hey, what's up, Brady Myers? So I think that they could work on like the combat element system in Warframe. I think needs a rework. Okay, they they took away the different kinds of armor. Okay, and then they said, okay, everybody in a faction have the same weaknesses. I don't like that personally. Okay, I like what I like is it's kind of like Pokemon. Pokemon has a very dynamic combat element system, and I think that they should sort of like follow something like that. You know, what's the reason that my fire attacks are not doing extra damage to a cold bubble? Like, what's the reason for that? See what I'm saying? The same thing as maybe magnetic can do extra damage to the nullifier bubbles, right? Because it's a force field. See what I'm saying? Or maybe electricity or something. I don't know. You know, just something. Just make the combat elements matter more. And, you know, they used to have the different kinds of armor, and then they turn it into just like, okay, well, armor is just like one stat. And then you can do armor strip and this and that. Okay. And basically, they simplified it. Dear Stu, thank you for the 2 roses. Appreciate it, man. By the way, guys, the money from the gifts are just going to gifts to other creators. I really don't pocket any of this money. Okay, I just put it in pay it forward. So TikTok is making all the money. I think they take like half. Like 2 roses is like 2 cents. So TikTok already ate 1. Okay, but thank you so much, dear Stu. Appreciate it. All right, guys, let's go and do some action time. It's time for some Space Ninja. Space Ninja action time. Let's go. I got a friend of mine that's driving over here. We're going to go to IHOP. Let's see.
An honor to serve.
Stay, Gary. Stay. I just gotta make sure they stay. Okay, there we go. All right. What are we doing?
You got it. We have a derelict vessel on scope. Eyes open.
Also, I hate to say it, but from what I've seen, his PC is having performance issues in there too.
Well, let me tell you, this game needs
Focus on console and mobile to fix it.
yeah. Yeah. They're gonna have to redo the entire game, I'll tell you right now, okay, because it's not aging very well. Look at that pixelation. You see that pixelation? That's on my PC. Okay. I have it all in like high quality. Look at that. See what I mean? That's on me. Look at this. These are actual pixelation in 2025. Okay. So, you know, the writing's on the wall. Okay. They're gonna have to put down big money. Big money, make a duplicate of the game with upgraded graphics. And as a matter of fact, Soulframe looks better.
My Xbox runs fine, but they do need PC players.
Yeah. Come on, kitties. Oh, right here. Oh. Right here. Open it, open it, open it, open it fast.
find this interesting. All Corpus Craft. Engage enemy railjack.
Target neutralized.
Disable priority targets before hitting that capital ship. Locating breaching points. Launching ramp sleds. Deploy a cruise ship. Reading large translation signature. Cruise ship. The enemy have reinforced. Priority targets neutralized. Next up, capital ship.
Keep thinking I'm gonna see.
Gunnery crews. Launch torpedoes. Shield strength returning. Rex cruise ship entering the field. Excellent.
People.
Arming torpedoes, locking onto their signature, firing. Tenno disembarking. Target in range. Firing. Torpedoes locked. Target in range. Firing.
You don't need to.
Arming torpedoes. Locking onto their signature. Firing. Dropping tenno out of airlock. Launch torpedoes. Let's see them evade that. We need heavy ordnance. Fire torpedoes. Gunnery crews. Launch torpedoes. Gunnery crews, launch torpedoes.
A lone Tenno operative is raiding this ship for supplies. You are here to distract the enemy. Trigger the alarm.
You let them get on board. Do not compound your failure by leaving them alive.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support. Look for personal life support modules dropped by fallen enemies. Tenno, prepare for life support. I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time. Life support incoming. Additional life support has arrived. made their first discovery. Keep up the good work. When you are ready, go to extraction. Tenno, extraction is ready.
Papa Lubaloo.
Another job well executed.
Attention. Void storm imminent. This will get a little bumpy.
Sorry.
Tenno, detecting void energy accumulation inside your objective. Fissures.
Derelict on scope. This is random space. All units, target the freeloaders. Tenno has exited the railjack. This is where the celestial meets the terrestrial. Derelict boarded.
You're near a fissure. Defeat the corrupted and use the reactant to open a relic. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more.
Crew, void sink formation detected near you. Void storm intensifying.
extracted enough reactant to open your well.
Warning. Void Storm is strengthening. We are tempting fate. Encrypting archives. Crew, you might find this interesting. Storm amplifying. Complete the mission ASAP.
Fighters!
I need a Hesper blade long.
Auto Factory, show the tenno the Oryx units you've built. Launch ram sleds. Disable priority targets prior to boarding the capital ship. Corpus Marines, board a cruise ship and engage them hand to hand. They called some friends. Enemy cruise ship has punched in. Altering tactics. Launch ram sleds. Canceling repair order. Shields energizing. Good work. We need heavy ordnance. Fire torpedoes. Torpedoes locked. Target in range. Firing. Send the Railjack some Oryx units from the Auto Factory. Arming torpedoes, locking on to their signature, firing.
kind of mission is this?
Strategic targets eliminated.
At Von Doom Rail deck.
Time for the main event.
Bro, is this a sister?
Machines that can make.
Launch torpedoes. Let's see them evade that. Tenno deployed.
Your job is to distract the enemy while a fellow Tenno operative raids the ship for much-needed supplies. Make your presence known. They have just shut down all systems. I'm sending life support capsules your way.
If those Tenno are not eliminated, there will be no bonuses for anyone.
Life support on the way.
What do you get from Railjack Mission?
I delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time. Get ready for a capsule. Another life support capsule is now available. successful start. When you need it, extraction is ready.
Caution. Void sink detected aboard that vessel.
Jack Black.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside. this bounty. Hold out as long as you can. Extraction is available if you need it.
I just got Jade and Gas Prime.
We're going to need more reactant if we want to open that relic. what our Tenno operative just found. They could not do this without you. When you need it, extraction is ready. That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside. successful we will be. Extraction is available if you need it.
Dropping.
Hello, do you by chance have a Zaku BP I can buy off you?
Tenno, the balance of power continues to shift. Navigation is marked with new invasions.
I can't hear you. I hear the game, but not you.
I hop on the north side. Got it. Okay. Okay, bye. Yeah, sorry, my mic ran out. So I only have 7 relics with Zaku Blueprint.
We love the north side.
So yeah. Anyway, I gotta get going. Gonna go to IHOP. So close, 28. Here's something that I noticed. I go to Railjack mission, and it gives me a level for a weapon. And by the time that I get done with the mission, and I head back to the ship, those levels go up. Isn't that weird? Anyway, alright guys. I will be streaming again tomorrow. Maybe, hopefully. If I don't see you, I want you guys to have a great weekend. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out and having fun. See you soon. Bye-bye.